The wildfire burning in Dorado County continues to spread tonight as spot fires challenge the efforts of firefighting crews to protect buildings and homes.
That's as people from across the Sacramento area are feeling the effects of that fire and others burning in Northern California with smoke filling the valley. The Caldor Fire has covered more than 152,000 acres since it started 2 weeks ago today. And
crews have been able to reach 19% containment. More than 470 homes have been destroyed. Firefighters say winds and low humidity are making their jobs difficult.
KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo is in the town of Strawberry tonight along Highway 50. And so, Melanie, we know that fire has been pretty active, and we even see the flames right now behind you.
Yeah, we see some active flames behind me, and this is the north side of Highway 50 where we have fire crews out here keeping watch on the flames that are here. And the name of the game right now is structure protection. So we have a lot of ground crews here, and they're making sure that the flames right in this portion of the fire don't spread to the post office and the other businesses like the general store that are right here smack dab in the middle of town in Strawberry. Now, today ground crews are spraying down land in this part of Strawberry, and they are also spraying the bases of the massive trees here. I spoke with one of the contract crews assigned to this part of the Caldor Fire. They say that's to keep the fires from torching up into the trees, which can cause embers to pop off the tops of those torch trees, and then, you know, when those embers start flying, that can cause spot fires, particularly when there are higher winds. Fortunately, today's winds haven't been too strong in this area, so fire crews were also able to do some defensive firing operations, also known as backfires. So what you are seeing in this video is a bit of both in the wooded landscape. Some of those backfires, and also according to fire managers, some of the flames here are from embers that moved eastward from the original fire and kicked up little spot fires of their own. Now, CAL FIRE explains this fire is presenting some big challenges they are taking as they go.
Well, there's several challenges. One is just the terrain, 'cause that's some really steep, nasty terrain out there. Two, it's the weather, because it can get really hot. And three is just, some fatigue. It's been a long fire season already, and we're barely in August, right? Almost in September. And with the fire activity, with people bouncing from fires to fires and being on long days, several days in a row, fatigue can set in.
And back out here live, we want to direct your attention to what we're seeing on the south side of Highway 50, a much steeper bit of terrain that really fire crews can't get to. So that terrain up there that you see on fire is not something that they can actually go up and work to contain. They have to do a little bit of letting that burn, according to CAL FIRE workers who spoke with our Stephanie Lynn a little bit earlier today. So the procedure tomorrow will be these fire crews are going to get a briefing first thing in the morning as to what the weather conditions are going to do throughout the rest of the day, and then that will direct their approach, their tactics that they take on the fire going through the rest of the weekend. Reporting live in Strawberry tonight, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
Some spectacular images there, Melanie Wingo. Thank you for that. Strawberry, meanwhile, is along the 40-mile stretch of Highway 50 that's closed to drivers right now. The road closed last Friday from the Pollock Pines area to Myers. Fire crews, utility workers, and media are the only ones being allowed through on the highway. And we have stayed with firefighters on the front lines throughout the entire day.
Yeah, and you heard Melanie talking about KCRA 3's Stephanie Lynch now showing us some of their challenges and their strategies.
A U.S. Forest Service hotshot crew keeps a close eye on a controlled burn along Highway 50.
We are doing a back burn, which means the burn's going to go and tie in with the main burn that's behind.
This is Julianne Thompson's 9th season on the front lines. She's local, part of the Caldor 3 strike team. Some of them lost their homes to the Caldor Fire, but still, they fight on.
Before this, we were actually on the Dixie Fire, and then we came back, had our days off, and then came straight to this.
This is their 14th straight day on the job.
The biggest issue I think that we really feel the impact of is lack of resources. Just with different issues going on, we just are really strapped for people and workers.
And more long days lie ahead. Officials now estimate it will take another 2 weeks to fully contain the Caldor Fire.
It's been a long fire season already, and we're barely in August, right? Almost in September. And with the fire activity, with people bouncing from fires to fires and being on long days, several days in a row, fatigue can set in.
Up and down the roadway, we spotted crews from AT&T setting down temporary lines to restore communication to the area. Now, while the fire continues to spot up and down Highway 50, the good news is we haven't seen much in terms of structure damage. Here in Scott's Tract, a lot of you may have summer cabins here, and fortunately, the flames have not burned anything down.
To be able to save those homes and work with all the different agencies and really make a difference that you can see is really cool.
And fire containment and structure protection efforts are continuing throughout the night here in the town of Strawberry as firefighters work to get these dangerous flames from the Caldor Fire under control. Reporting from Strawberry in El Dorado County, Stephanie Lynn, KCRA 3 News.
All right, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Mark Finan for how the western flank of the fire has grown over the past 5 days.
Yeah, you just heard from Stephanie and Melanie talking about this part of the fire up on Highway 50, but there is also still growth on the western side of the fire, and that's a concern for those that are near Mount Auckham Road. So let's talk about that and how that fire has been progressing over the last couple of days. I'm going to take you back to Tuesday, and this was where the fire line was on Tuesday. This fire has been progressing in two fronts. One down Camp Creek, which runs right here, and then this branch has been on the North Fork of the Cosumnes. So again, that's where the line was on Tuesday. During the day on Wednesday, there was a slight advance on the fire, but not much. But still, it kept creeping to the west, and here's Mount Auckham Road, and that's Pleasant Valley Road right in there. By Thursday, again, a little bit of progress. Now, the mapping didn't change much during the day on Friday, but still, the fires continue to burn to the west. Keep in mind that while we're watching the fire burn here and here, this part of the fire doesn't move. As a matter of fact, when we hear about containment on the fire, part of it is this line right here that they are confident is not going to move. So now let me show you where the fire did move to today. There has been a lot of progress on this fire to the west. Notice how it's coming right down Camp Creek and then coming up the North Fork. They meet right in here near Mount Auckham Road just to the east of Somerset. They're probably going to try to hold it right here, but for those of you that were evacuated along Mount Auckham Road just the other day, that's why, with the fire burning in both directions down in those two canyons. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Mark. We're going to head to Sly Park now, which has been evacuated for more than a week now due to the Caldor Fire.
Yeah, some evacuees telling us they have not gotten any word on whether their homes are still standing. This is also where Highway 50 is closed. We took a look at the area and saw some homes are still standing strong. There are char marks 100 feet from some homes, the roofs covered with fire retardant to keep them safe. Firefighters say spot fires, winds, and terrain are the biggest challenge in the area.
And it was described to me as a treasure hunt, as they're trying to find these spot fires throughout the community to ensure that the structures remain intact.
Firefighters say they are confident they'll be able to protect this community. When evacuees can return home, though, is uncertain.
The Caldor Fire is just one of several sending smoke into the Sacramento area, and you may have smelled the smoke today. You can certainly see it. Visibility in downtown was very poor, and in Lake Tahoe, you could barely make out the lake from our sky camera.
And you can see the smoke the Caldor Fire is putting up today. Take a look at this. This was around 7 o'clock tonight.